It had been a long day. All the companions would agree with that. Connie the cleric, her spell slots were all spent. She didn't have anything left except her cantrips. And now, when the rest of her companions are already bloodied, here comes yet another wave of orcs. So Connie the cleric just went up to Fred the fighter and said, "Fred, you're our best hope." Touched his side and said, "May the gods give you guidance." Hey everyone, DM Gallibond here. Today is Divine Thursday for November 4th, 2020, and we are going to be talking about the Guidance cantrip. Guidance is a relatively new item in D&D. It came in 3rd edition, and today we're going to kind of take a look at how this cantrip works and some differences between other spells that are similar. So let's go ahead and take a look at 3rd edition, shall we? Okay, Guidance is a cantrip. Now, interestingly enough, in 3rd edition, when priests got 0 level cantrips or clerics got 0 level cantrips, they didn't call them cantrips. They called them something like orisons or horizons or something like that. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but it's kind of a weird thing. I'm glad they just kind of went to cantrips finally in 4th and 5th edition. It just makes more sense. And what it does is you touch a creature in 1 minute until it's discharged. The creature gets to make a +1 competence bonus on a single attack roll, saving throw, or skill check. And it must choose to apply that bonus before making the roll. And in 5th edition, it's like exactly the same thing. You touch one willing creature before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4. Not exactly the same thing. It's a d4. And add the number roll to one ability check of its choice. Roll a die. Now this is only ability checks. So this is not attack rolls. So important difference. It's a d4 and it's only to ability checks in 5th edition. But it's a 0 cantrip and it applies to 1 roll. Now, this makes it different, even more so different than I was thinking from Bless. Because in my mind, I just kind of always said, okay, Guidance applies to 1 creature, Bless applies up to 3 creatures. But, and also it persists for a minute, and you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, target can roll a d4 and add the number roll to the attack roll or saving throw. So this is attack rolls and saving throws. The other one is ability checks. And Bless affects up to 3 creatures. Every attack roll or saving throw for a minute. With the Guidance, only 1 ability check within the next minute. And then you would have to cast it again. So, yeah, Guidance is a little more specific, 1 time. But as a cantrip, you can keep casting it over and over and over again. Thing is, you can only have 1 Guidance going at a time because it is a concentration. And Bless is also a concentration, so you can only have 1 application of that going at a time. All right. Short, sweet. That's all there is for Guidance. If you have seen a particularly good use of Guidance in a game, either that you were playing it as a player or that you were running as a DM, put it down in the comments below. I'd like to see, what creative uses you've seen of the guidance spell. I know that there's been a number that I've seen, like there's been times that a characters had to try to make a skill check, like to persuade or to intimidate or something, and the cleric will go over there and you know, um, they get into a situation where they know that there's like a negotiation coming up, and they'll cast guidance on the person that's the mouth, and then that way they can go ahead and add a bonus when they get ready to make that check. So that's kind of the way that that I've seen it used in games that I run. All right. And also, it's one that, you know, you probably use guidance more so out of initiative order than you do while you're in initiative order. Because it's not one of those, even though it's a cantrip, it's not something you'd probably take your turn to do during a fight. Unless, of course, you have somebody that's like trying to fight off, um, well, it's not a Constitution save against poison. That's a saving throw. That's not an ability check, so that really wouldn't count. Yeah, so probably you wouldn't um, you wouldn't use it that much unless like they were trying to get out of a web or something, and you would cast it so that they could make like a athletics check, maybe get a bonus on their athletics check or something. That might be a time when you'd use it in combat. All right. I have been DM Gallibond. This has been Divine Thursday. We have been talking about guidance today. If you like everything that we're doing here on the channel, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, click that post notification bell so that you too can be notified every time a new piece of content drops. In the description, you will find all the ways that you can follow me on social media. You will also find where you can follow the actual play games that I do on my Twitch channel. All right, everyone, thank you so much for dropping by. We hope we will see you later. Take care and good night.